Hello, 3D modeling enthusiasts. My name is Shinagrit Ruchidanalai, and today we'll be making a desk in Blender. So this is Blender, and we have two things. We have a simple plane and a cool table with some drawers and legs. But can you imagine that this plane actually transformed into this table? Well, we're gonna be doing that today. So let's get started. So when you first open Blender, you're gonna see this pop up. Just click away to get rid of it. Then we're gonna be moving the cube. So select the object, press G to grab, left click to confirm, and right click is to cancel. We're gonna right click, and then press S to scale and R to rotate. You can do those actions on the sidebar. So you can select each of these to do, and then transform is everything combined. Now you can press X, Y, or Z to do those actions in the specific axis. And to move the screen, we can hold the middle mouse button to rotate the scene, and then hold Shift and middle mouse and drag middle mouse to drag the scene, and then scroll up and down to zoom. Now let's get started on the table. So first we're gonna select everything by pressing A, then press X to delete, and then click delete. And then we're gonna add an object. We're gonna add a plane here. So we can go to add and the mesh and click plane. Or the shortcut is Shift A and then add. Next, we're gonna go to edit mode. So we can go here, come here, and then click edit mode, or press tab to go between object and edit mode. And then we're gonna extrude these up. Extrude will duplicate the vertices and then still stay connected. So it's gonna be like so. And then confirm. That's the base of the table. Then we can do another extrusion, and then press S to scale that extrusion. And we can press E again to extrude, and then bring it up. So now we got the base of the table. Next, we're gonna be making the leg. So you can come to face mode if you click away already. Over here, or you can press number 3 on the keyboard and not on the numpad. And then select this face. Then press Shift D this time to duplicate, because we don't want it to be connected. So Shift D, and then right click, press S, and then scale it down. This will be the leg. Now you can press 7 on your numpad to go to top view, and then move the leg to one of the corner, or choose this corner, and then left click to confirm. Then we'll press E to extrude the leg down and move them to the floor. Then you can select top and press G and Z, then move them down so it's not visible on the top. Then now hover your cursor over the leg and press L to select length. Then press P to separate, and then separate by selection. And now you can go back to object mode and select the leg. You can go to the wrench or which is called modifiers. Click it and then add and type in mirror. Now we got two legs on the x-axis, which is the red line, and then we can duplicate. You can mirror them to the y also, because so now we get 4 legs. Now select on the table, go back to edit mode. Now we're gonna be making the drawer. So we can select, make sure the face select is selected, and then select that. Then press Ctrl R to go for loop cut. So it's gonna cut it in half and make 2 faces. So make sure the yellow line appears, and then left click, and then right click to cancel the movement. And then you go back to face select. We're gonna be making the drawer. So select that, and then press hold Shift and click on the face down below. Now we're gonna inset. So inset is gonna adjust the thickness of the face. So we press I and inset. We can press I again, so those two are not sticking. So I, and then adjust slightly, and then left click to confirm. And now we're gonna be making the draw. So click that, shift click this again. And we're gonna extrude this in. So extrude, so E, and then bring them in. And then E to bring the draw out. And now we can make one of them open, and the other one can be like open more or whatever you like. We're gonna be making this one open slightly. So press G and Y because the green line is the Y axis, and then pull out. And then select this one and G, Y, and just slightly, maybe like this. And now we gotta make the drawer hollow. So click on that face, make sure that is selected, and press I to inset. Press E to extrude that down and pull it down. Make sure it's not going under. Okay, that's perfect. And then do the same with this one. So I, E, make sure it's not below here, like so. And we got the drawers. And now press 1 on your numpad to go to front view. And then press add, and we're gonna add a UV sphere. And then scale them down, scale it down. Because this will be the handle, so scale it down. And press G and Z to move it up. You cannot see it because it's behind, so it's gonna come back up. And then press G and Y, move them out, move it out. And then adjust the position with easy as you liking. Okay. Then we can press Shift D and duplicate and right click and go to press 1 to front view again on your numpad. Press G, Z and move it up. And then GY to move it out and adjust. And then go back to object mode. Now select the table and go to the wrench, click add, search for bevel. This will create thickness, and then we can adjust the amount of the bevel as you see fit. And then do the same for the legs. So click that add, type in bevel, and then adjust the amount of the thickness. And there you have it. We got a desk. I hope you enjoy this process of making the desk with me. Consider like, share, and subscribe. And I hope you enjoy this process. And we'll see you next time. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.